Welcome back. It's now time for your lunchtime sports. Football is where we begin. Reggae girl Jody Brown and the Florida State Seminoles won the 2023 NCAA Division I Women's Soccer Championship after thrashing Stanford University 5-1 on Monday night. Brown scored in the 28th and 60th minutes to help the Seminoles win their fourth national title as they rolled over their opponents. FSU finished a perfect season at 22-0-1, handing Stanford their first defeat of the season. The 5 goals are the most in a women's championship game since 2003 and the most Stanford has allowed since the 2000 season. Florida State became the first undefeated champions in over a decade, joining the 2011 Stanford squad that went 23-0. Meanwhile, the ongoing payment dispute between the Jamaica Football Federation and members of the Reggae Girls World Cup squad could be settled this week. The federation is expected to meet with FIFPro this week after the senior Reggae Girls engaged the Global Union for Professional Players to assist in the talks. JFF General Secretary Dennis Chung told TVJ Sports on Monday that the federation doesn't want the dispute to drag on for another week.
They had agreed initially that we could set up a meeting, but then they came back and said that they're not sure if it can happen. But certainly by Friday, that's Friday or before, we should meet and resolve the issues. And I've asked them to put everything in writing to us so that we can have a wholesome discussion and be prepared for it. So I'm hopeful that by Friday we will, resolve all of this.
And Chung says while disappointed that the country did not qualify for the inaugural Women's CONCACAF Gold Cup, he heaped praise on the young squad.
We'd have loved to, but we're still very proud of these girls. They did very well. I think they showed up very well. The fact of the matter is that as a young team, and they've just played together for 4 games, scored in all 4 matches, drew 3 and lost 1. The first one.
And staying on football, former champions Arnett Gardens and Tivoli Gardens secured victories over Very United and Treasure Beach respectively in the Monday night doubleheader of the Jamaica Premier League held at the Stadium East complex. Roshane Thompson opened the scoring for the Junglists in the 32nd minute before Jaheim Thomas doubled their advantage in the 72nd. The result sees Arnett move to 14 points and up to second in the standings. Meanwhile, Tivoli Gardens played to an exciting 3-2 win over Treasure Beach in the late game. Justin Dunn fired Tivoli in front with a 30th minute strike. Jamil Ray then doubled Tivoli's advantage after the halftime break when he scored in the 52nd minute. But just as it seemed Tivoli was heading for an easy win, Tavares Thompson pulled one back for Treasure Beach in the 80th minute. And get this, on the stroke of full time, Romario Smith found the equalizer for the St. Elizabeth-based team. But Tivoli, they were determined to leave with all 3 points, and Alton Lewis slotted home in the 5th minute of second half stoppage time. And the win moved Tivoli up to 3rd in the standings on 13 points. Some cricket news now. The West Indies A reached 17-1 in their first innings reply. This on the opening day of the 3rd and deciding unofficial 4-day test against host South Africa A in Bloemfontein. They trailed by 257 runs. Zachary McCaskey was left unbeaten on 12, while Jamaica's Kurt McKenzie was 3 not out. Tejran Chandapal is the man out for 3. Electing to bat earlier, South Africa A were bowled out for 274 in their first innings. Kaya Zondo top scored with a knock of 70, while captain Neil Brand made a 62 and Ziwari Hamza 30. Kevin Sinclair bagged a 5 for 44, Shamar Joseph 3 for 65 and Sherman Lewis 2 for 68 for the West Indians. The third match of the 3-match series is locked at 1-1. And that's where we pull up stumps for now. And I am Jermaine Brown. Jamela, back to you.